lovelies. Welcome to Be So Light. My name is Felicia, as well as Priestess Makala, as well as Niana. Niana is my given Taino name, so if people were wondering. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, or either watch me later. I'm not going to be on here a super long time because I am just like, whoa. A lot of interesting things happened last night in Dream World. A lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Traveling. Okay, traveling. And yes, the title of this video is Soul Time. It is Soul Time. So today I had to like wait because normally when the first day of the month comes in, I write my article on my WordPress, put it in and everything, yada, 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 right? Well, I had to wait because I was like, okay, what am I supposed to be writing about? And I said, well, let me just kind of sit with it a little bit because I don't really know, what is the message that the collective needs to hear? You know, the tribes be so light. What is the message that they need to hear? What is the message that the collective needs to hear? So I had to wait. And then finally, I got it. And you know how I got it? It's because I pulled this card for the start of the day. And I said, oh, soul time. And it says the frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibilities of a new reality to emerge. One that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. And I was like, yes, that's what's happening. Infinite soul time. So then that started me down the whole road of soul time. So last night when I was sleeping, I was just like, it's kind of interesting because sometimes I'll stay up a little later if I'm not reading something. I'm watching a movie or something like that. But this time around, I was like, I think I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna go to sleep. So that's what I did. I just went ahead and went to sleep. So when I went to bed, I felt myself traveling a lot, and I ended up in a place called the Golden City of Lights. And I was like, oh, well, there's a Crystal City of Lights, and this one is called the Golden City of Lights. And I was like, never heard of that one. So when I am there, I look down at my feet. And you know that bridge connector in the movie Thor um, that leads up to Asgard? You know how that bridge is? It kind of looked like that, except it was this gold, luminous, watery, plasmic type of crossing. Like you can step on it, but when I stepped on it, it lit up codes. So each time you take a step, that's a code that you were receiving. I was like, what the heck? So as I am, as I'm walking towards going into this to the center, and it's this huge. I can't call it a castle. I have to call it a center part where I'm going. And when I'm going in there, I'm walking, but I see all of these really tall beings, um, all of these angelic beings. These it's hard to describe. They're light beings, and they are very dimensional beings. They are just. It was all these just luminescent beings around, and they had golden. and silver light, skin reflection, almost watery. And I'm walking and I'm like, hi. And I'm thinking, oh God, where am I? I know that it said it was the golden city of lights, but I see codes beneath my feet. I'm walking. It's just luminous. All these people are, beings are luminous. They're not people, they're beings are luminous. And they were like doing this to me. Welcome, 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 welcome. And they weren't moving their mouths or anything. They were telepathically doing it. Welcome, welcome. And I was saying, why am I here? They said, we summon you. I'm like, summon? So in that, I don't remember much except for when I went into the archway and I walked through it, it just illuminated into this beautiful golden iridescent light. That's all I remember. And it felt really good. And I was like, oh. And then when I guess whatever message I had to get, and when I was coming out, because I felt myself waking up and I felt myself moving out of it at the same time, but I felt my physical body here waking up, coming out, and I was like, oh. I saw the sun we have, and then the other sun right behind it, and I said, oh yeah, I took a picture of that the other day, and I saw it in my picture. So I'm moving back, and all I feel is this, and I open my eyes, and I'm like, whoa, where was I? The Golden City of Lights. That's where I was. So I'm just waiting, because sometimes what happens when you go into dimensions like that, and they're really in high intense, it takes another like 24 hours for those messages to come down to you, so you get them. You get the integration of them. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna wait until this comes in and comes in. I was so hungry this morning when I woke up. I was just like, I am famished. I'm just starving. I'm hungry. And I don't know if a lot of you have been feeling that hunger energy, because of the frequencies are so high. Drinking lots of water and feeling that I'm hungry and I have to have something crunchy. Found myself at 8 o'clock last night eating cabbage, just crunching on cabbage. Just chop, 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 make my little oil and vinegar and cayenne and some lime juice and pepper, black pepper, sprinkle on top of it, and then make it all nice in there, kind of easy on the cayenne. And just sitting in. It is something about the crunching. I'm crunching on it. I'm like, I have to have some crunch today. So I thought that was really interesting. And I was like, okay. So that's where I ended up. And then that card, Soul Time. And I wrote the article, wow. I wrote the article today on my WordPress. So if you want to take a look at the article that I wrote, it was all purely just information coming down, and it was questions that are being asked of us when you read it, and it's on my galacticspiralite.com. It's so easy. Just scroll all the way down till you get to the little icon things at the bottom, and just press the one that's wavy that looks like that's WordPress, and go in and you can read the article. So I downloaded that so fast, not download, excuse me. I channeled that information so fast. I did it in my phone, and I normally do not do writing on WordPress on my phone. I always do it on my laptop. And I went ahead and did it on my phone this time, and it was like, whoa. So I think I might just start doing it like that, because there I can load up all my pictures and things to my article if I want to do that and give it a boost. And I kind of like that. So soul time is what the energy is all about. It's soul time. Are you connecting with your soul purpose? Are you connecting with it? Are you hearing what it is? Um, are you feeling as though you got that universal love again? I'm gonna do this. Okay. So that is something I definitely want everyone to know, that I have that. Okay, yes, I get the person. So that's the question at hand. That is the energy at hand. That's the message at hand. So today, I just want you to dive into that. There's nothing really to say. I just wanted to come and share with you that city of gold where I was. And today I'm going to just look in here and see what numbers would be nice to have today. Okay, I'm going to put this one, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to, I'm just picking one. And then, depending on if your body is feeling anything, you'll feel it. If your body is not, um, you're not going to feel anything. Okay. Or actually, let's do this one. I like this one better. 28729 5 95 6 6 32. And then 97415. Okay. Here is the numbers for today. 28729.05 space 19566.32 space and 974.15. Okay, those numbers again is 28729.05 space 19566.32 space and then 974.15 space. And this you will feel for the body. I'm not going to tell you what it's for. So just kind of know. And I'll put it in the cube tomorrow and let you know what it is. You have to look it up. Okay? So, what that one works for. All right? There. So those are your numbers. Those are the ones that will work with that. And I think this one is jumping out all of a sudden. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Okay, here's your next one. This one is for the tummy. I'll tell you what that one is. Okay, so 1865 space 880 space 444 space 787 space 727. Okay, those numbers again. 1865 space 880 space 444 space 787 space 727. Okay, and that's for Bailey. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. But what I am telling you is what numbers like to do. All right, all right. But the other one, the other code, I'll fill you in on that later. I'll give it to you. Probably if not tomorrow, I'll give it to you Monday. Because, like I said, if you need that, you're going to feel it. So everyone knows you take and write these with a Sharpie on your glass. Circle the whole code that I told you. And when I say gap or space, that means leave a space between that code number and then the other code because they're all going to overlap with each other. Okay? So, let's take a look at the message of the soul time, what the soul time is. But first, before we dive in, we're going to look at the healing message, the mystic healing. And these are just extra things to get you to really zero in and look at something of your journey and being thankful. You know what? I'm very thankful and I have a lot of gratitude for taking the time to listen when Spirit says, do a 30-day gratitude challenge. And I'm like, oh my God, 30 days? You want me to do 30 days? Okay, fine, do 30 days. And then after that, seeing how it was going to line up with the 10-day wave of galactic energy that we're going to do right after. As soon as we're done with 30, the next day we start the 10-day thing. So please make sure you have gone to 13moon.com and put your information up at the top. A little box will show up saying decode your birthday. Put your information in so you can find out what your kin is. When you find out what your kin signature is, which is your galactic kin signature, you're going to read about that. You're going to decode yourself. So when we start this, you have it. You know if your kin is going to come up on this wave. And that means an extra boost of energy, coded energy for you. So 13moon.com, you want to definitely get into that. Okay, so today is break addictions. Number 5. Look how she's laying down. Almost kind of pulling a little bit of a Beyonce here. Break the addiction. Break the addiction. What are you addicted to? We all have addictions. We do. Some are more detrimental than others. So here, break the addictions. Let go of your addictions. All habits are an attempt to suppress uneasy, undesired feelings by using outside means to alter one's mood. On the deepest level, your negative habits are trying to direct you towards a search for spirit. A negative habit first occurs in the astral body when your I am, or the part of you that has the strength to guide the body, weakens. The longer you entertain the negative habit, the stronger it becomes. It then enters your etheric body. Dun, da, da, da. where it becomes an addiction. Whatever your addiction is, when it is to gambling, food, alcohol, success, coffee, drugs, worry, drama, criticism, seeing something wrong with your body, spending more money than you have, stressing or focusing on lack, etc. It's time to go within and gain back your autonomy. Recognize that you are stronger than the addiction and you have the power to overcome it. You can rebuild your inner strength and your self belief. So, addictions. Now, one of the things with the work that I do is when people have addiction, especially when it's like certain kind of drugs and alcohol, um, a lot of times what happens, there is a spirit entity that attaches to that person because it needs a host. It needs someone that can feed it its addiction. So when you have those addictions and you find yourself going through this thing of, I'm trying to break free of it, I'm trying to get away from this drug addiction, I'm trying to get away from this smoking addiction, I'm trying to get away from this, a lot of times that attachment, energy attachment that's on you, wants it also. So, and this is why it's really hard to break away from these addictions because, especially if you're on really high type of drug addiction and alcohol addiction, these two particular ones, when it knocks you out of your body and you're not in. A lot of people who are alcoholic will say they have blackout periods. They don't remember anything because you left your house. You weren't in your house. When you pass out, the entity itself attaches to you and takes over. This is why a lot of people can commit a heinous act and not remember it because the entity itself took over. Okay? It wants to be fed. It wants to have that feeding. It wants to have that energy. So this is why when this is happening, when you are healing, it's not enough to just say, okay, I'm getting off of the drugs, I'm getting off of the alcohol. Okay, fine. But you also have to break the addiction soul contract with the entity that entered through your auric field, that entered into your ether field, and is anchored in. You have to break the contract with that. And then you go back to the point of origin when it all first started. When did it start? You didn't just wake up one morning and say, oh, I think I'm going to be a cocaine addict. I think I'm going to be a methane addict. You didn't wake up. You said, what started it? What were you trying to numb yourself from? Okay? That's the key to it. You can go back to the point of origin. What was the pain? What was it? What was the self doubt of the self? What was it? What were you, where were you at in your life when this first started? That's where you have to go back to. It's not enough to go and say, oh, I'm getting off the addictions and go through a plan. You can do that, but until you call out the attachment and break the contract with the attachment, you're going to constantly keep going back and forth. You'll clean up. You'll be fine for about maybe a week or two, maybe a month, and then it comes right back. This is for like people that have that severe stuff. If you're someone that has kicked it and you've been clean and sober, say like for 2 years, 3 years, you're still in a window where it can still happen. So you still need to look at, wait a minute, I need to break the contract. Especially if you get those little whispers. Okay? Oh, it'd be good for you to pick up that pipe again. Oh, it'd be good for you. You need to break the contract and say, I don't consent to you anymore. I'm breaking the soul contract between us where you thought I was going to continuously be your host. I am not your host anymore. I do not consent to you. And under universal law, you need to be gone. Contract is voided and deleted and deactivated. Be gone. Under universal law, you have to do what I say, and I command it so. Be gone. When you say that, those beings have no choice but to listen to you. They have to follow universal law. And this is why I also said, a lot of times if you find out the name of the being, you really can get rid of it. And that's why a lot of times when you see priests doing getting rid of possessions and things, they want to find the name of the attachment, the name of the being. Then when they call the name of the being out, then they're able to get rid of it, because now it's universal announcement and it has to leave. Okay, that's how powerful we are. But we're not powerful if you're not in your temple, in your home, and you don't trust in your own power to get rid of something. So it's kind of like this. They know when they become an attachment of the invite. If they come through the back door of your home, they know they're in. They know they had an invitation to you. And it's just really interesting how soul time, we're limited beings. But yet and still, we are very powerful beings, but there are things that we can do to move things out of our space that's messing with us on a contract, on a soul level, on an astral level, on an etheric level, on all those levels. A subtle body level, like your mental, your emotional, your physical and spiritual self. Okay, so that soul time is really, really awesome. And I just love the card and what it looks like. Soul time. Beautiful colors, the purples, the gold. That gold color is what I saw in my dream. And the frequency of the soul time asks us to allow the possibility of new realities to emerge. One that embraces the concept that while the corporal body is mortal, the soul is timeless and limitless and infinite. Love that. It's a 40. Yet again, we got this card again, Universal Love 44. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole existence itself. Universal love. Then we have communication. Communication. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balance exchange. Number 14. And it's really interesting how all of these have fours in it. We got that 444 code going on. 14, 44, 40. Okay. Then your last, your dream card, excuse me, the further gate. Bold step forward, 55. The further gate. This is the dream, the shaman dream oracle. The further gate. Stepping through the gateways. Now the gateway light activation cards. The first one is the Chamber of Violet Flames, Karmic Release, Radical Transformation. Love it. The next card that flows with that is the Orion Activation, Supernova. Yep. Recreation, renewal, rebirthing by light. Yep. Yeah. It kind of, let me put it to you like this. Now when I'm looking at this, this is what it looked like. These colors that I was stepping into, the Golden City of Lights. Okay. And this color was here, like the walkway, like the bridging, kind of like in that movie Thor would going to Asgard. Okay, so this color was all over the place, and as you stepped on here, it was lighting up with the codes. Okay, but this is what it favors pretty much what I'm walking into. So when I walked into here, this was like ultimate like light that I stepped into. Golden plasmic light. It was beautiful. Don't remember anything afterwards. Order of Melchizedek. Embraced by the light, mission uncovered, don't give up. I love it. Don't give up. Gotta keep it going. Don't give up. So, that's the message I have to bring you today. And I want to say a shout out to Darla, who came on a few days ago, and she was having some issues, and she just wanted something to work with the pain. And she got back to me today, and she said thank you. She was feeling so much better. And all I can say to you is you're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you for being brave enough to ask. A lot of people, they come on and they're not brave enough to ask the question. But you ask. And that within itself, one, I'm going to tell you something. When you do something like that, you're already in alignment to heal. You're already, and you want to speed it up. You want to be at what I call the speed of light. I love using that term now. I'm asking the speed of light of healing to come in and heal me, and to bring in my codes of lights that I need to further my transformation. So you are very, very welcome, young lady. Hey, there you are. I just leaving you a message and telling you, hey, you're very, very welcome. You're very welcome. Just know you're gonna keep that energy. I already sent you some other coded spiral light energy to you when I read your message, and I was just like, oh wow. So just keep drinking the water. I'm so happy for you. Keep drinking the water and allow your body to heal, and just say, I am now healing at the speed of light. Everybody can do this. I am now healing at the speed of light. All of you need to understand this. The amount of energy that's coming in right now is insane. Okay, we've never been through this before. And on this level, in these type of bodies where we're getting hit with it pretty intensely. It's happened 26,000 something years ago. But for it to be occurring again, and it's like, what is taking place? So the more we do the work, our shadow work, healing our timelines, healing our generation, healing our ancestor, stepping into soul time, and really aligning with the soul on what it is that you want to be aligned with, you make things happen. All right. You want to know how good this is? I'll tell you how good this is. So I went to Schiaparelli's. All right. It's an Italian pizza place. And I said, I want to try the calzone. Now, this is what happened. I was thinking of the calzone. I wanted the calzone. But then again, in my mind, I was thinking, well, maybe if I just asked them to take the black and white pizza that I like with all the different stuff on it and just turn that into the calzone. That's what I thought for a split second. But I just said, no, I just want a calzone. I want to try it. So I put the order in for the calzone. I go over to go pick up the calzone and the mac and cheese. I wanted to try that too. don't know about you, all of you. Are you feeling like you're hungry? Like you have to eat something? If you try to like say, oh no, I'm not gonna eat it, your stomach is gonna make so much loud noise and embarrass the crap out of you. So you better eat. So I I said, God, I'm just hungry. I didn't have any breakfast. I gotta did my function of the day, and I'm like, God, I'm just hungry. I gotta eat something. If I don't eat something, I'm gonna be on the news by 6:30. I gotta eat something. So I, I get there. Okay, I called it in and said, okay, ma'am, it's gonna take 20, 30 minutes. I said, you guys super busy today? She said, yeah, we got a big birthday party going on here. I said, okay. They said, we'll have it ready for you. I said, okay. So I go over, drive over, go pick it up. Okay, this is how powerful our mind is. What happened? I got into that 68-second thing. Wasn't thinking. What do I do? So get there. The manager comes up to me. She said, "Oh, are you Felicia?" I go, "Yes, I am." I said, "Well, we didn't make your calzone." I said, "What do you mean you didn't make my calzone?" I'm like, and then I started thinking, well, wait a minute, what happened? Just wait for it. We had to turn it into a small pizza because the sausage doesn't cook well in a calzone. And because it doesn't cook well in a calzone, it can make you sick. And we like to take care of our customers. We don't like you to be sick on our food. That's not our intention. And I was like, so we made you a pizza. But if you still want a calzone, I'll make you a calzone, but it still will not have the sausage in it. I'm not going to give it to you with the sausage in it. And I said, wow, okay. He goes, are you okay with it? I said, you skip a links. I'm okay with your food. Your food is good. It makes me smile. It makes my belly happy. And it's good Italian food. So he says, okay. So I got that. And I was just like, and I walking back to the car and I'm like, see, I did that thinking second thing. And I ended up with my pizza. I should have just said pizza in the first place instead of trying to do the calzone. Calzone didn't align with me. The pizza did. So good. I don't know how they make their dough. It is so soft and good. It's just so fresh. It's so good. Once you've had it, it's like you can't eat anywhere else. The pizza has to be, it's like you have to eat. It's just good. It's that good. Yes. Cyber hug to you too. So just be aware of your 68-second thought, how fast it's moving. Okay, it's moving that fast. So please, what I'm going to work on later on today, I'm going to take all the videos and put them on a playlist so that you can go back anytime you want and do a 30-day challenge for yourself or a 20-day challenge for yourself or a 10-day challenge, whatever the heck you want to do for yourself. So those codes that are in those videos, you can go over there and connect with those videos. Or if you have them all written down, you can use those codes anytime that you feel like you need to connect with those codes. So once they're activated in you, they're imprinted. So if you pull them up and use them for later, it kicks right in just like that because it's in what? The cells of the cells. It's in the cellular memory of the cells. And who's holding that? That DNA and that RNA. And who's going to give the energy to it? That mitochondria, because it runs the ATP and the Krebs cycle of that. Thank you very much. Yes, it does. Talks to the cells. Yes, it does. I love how the cells talk. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's what it does. All right, lovelies. It's been good talking to you today. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, giving our beautiful acknowledgement to our ancestors and being connected to our divine source, into our heart, into our soul of self. It's soul time. Get your ticket. All aboard. Have a seat on the soul time train that's taking you to destiny, that's taking you to where you need to be. But are you brave enough to see it? And are you brave enough to connect to it and own it? Sit and take the journey. Where are you being taken to? What's being shown to you? Are you listening? Because if you hear it, you have to listen. That's the key. All right, lovelies. Much love to all of you. Say it with me. I'm divinely aligned. I'm divinely heard. I'm divinely seen. And I'm divinely loved. Be so light. Like and subscribe. Be your light. Be so bright. All right. Everyone be good to yourself. Much love. I'll see you tomorrow. This was day 18. We only have another, 10, 8 days left. And then we're done. About 12 days left to make it 30. All right. All right. Much love to all of you. Bye. And Darla, keep doing your codes, honey. You're going to feel really good by Monday and even better by Tuesday. Just keep doing the codes. Drink that water. Just keep drinking that water with those codes. All right, much love to all of you. Thank you so much. Sending everyone big, big hugs. Hugs and kisses, everyone. All right. Be good to yourself, lovelies. Bye.